All right, good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm gonna go into. Last time you were here, you seen me deep prime and anneal and stuff like that. Well, tonight I'm gonna go into. I just got through. My brass is clean out of the tumbler, so I'm gonna go on and show you what I do next. As far as hey girl, sorry I got my dog right here. As far as what I do, I did my first set of cleaning. Now I'm going to take it out and get it ready to go so I can resize it and everything like that. So here we go on that. So as you see here, I do have a Dylan. This is one of the very few things that I have a Dylan, and I will say I like it. It's pretty nice. My first cleaning, I do use walnut media. I don't use corn on the cob. I like walnut. I know some people will say corn on the cob is better for polishing, walnut's better for this. I've used both, and I just prefer walnut. So that's what I'm using. So I'm just gonna stick it in my sifter, and I'm gonna run it. Sorry for the noise. All right, then after I do that, I'm going to open it. Let me get one of my little red bits here. And what I'm doing, and I gotta get my air compressor. So what I'll do is I'll blow them out, and the reason I do blow them out is because sometimes stuff gets clogged in there. Even when it's not wet, it will still get clogged. And it's just my little way of getting it out. And what I'm looking for is also see if anything's stuck inside. Like this one's got some stuff stuck. So I'll leave this one to the side because you'll see here as I go through this process. I'm just trying to make sure the inside of my cases are clean. So sorry for the noise. You'll see me just drop them on the floor here. I'm just looking inside of them as I do this. I'll stop the video while I'm doing this. I'm going to go through this. Alright, sorry about that. So I've kind of got my pile here, and I'll show you here. So I kind of just got my pile right here. You see my little red container? So I'll just kind of put all my brass right there. And then I'm going to take liming for swaging the inside of the cases around the primer pockets. Not that they necessarily do it, it's just to make sure. One, I didn't used to do this with my brass, and sometimes I'd find one stuck later on, so I've become a little bit more thorough with my case prep. So I'll just kind of put it in there and just kind of give it a whirl, because one thing with Lake City brass is there'll be burrs. They'll definitely get some burrs. So I just kind of do that. Nothing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to ream it out so much that you can see come out, but it's just mainly to make sure them stuck kernels like this one that's all out. See, this one got one, and you can feel it when you get one. You actually like feel the roughness on the inside. And I don't sit there and try to grind on it real hard. I just put it in there, give it a little pressure, and that's about it. See, this one got one. I can feel that right from the go. When I don't feel the pressure anymore, just like trimming cases, you can feel it when it's trimmed. So I'll go through all of this, through all my brass, just like this. And like I said, fortunately, it's not a ton. I will usually do loads of 50. There's more than 50 pieces of brass. I'll do case prep and whatever I got laying out. But when I go to actually do the rounds, I'll actually just do them in batches of 50. Now you may see more than 50 sitting up there at a time, like this one. And when they have a little piece stuck in them, it's actually harder to get them in the hole. And actually, when there's a burr, you can feel it right from the get-go, because it's actually, you gotta, that had it in it. And sorry for the noise earlier. That's why I shut it off, because I didn't think you'd want to hear my compressor going off. So I turned that off so you wouldn't hear my compressor going when it needs to refill. I just can tell you what, I'm glad I've done 38 over the last 5 years. I'm glad I've been 308's my primary load I load for, because I've been doing it for the last 5 years, and fortunately I do have a good amount of saved. And as I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now I got 13 pounds of gunpowder. I won't say 13 pounds, but I got 13 things of gunpowder. I probably got about 10 pounds, 11 so pounds, because some of them things are half full. Also, just to let anyone know, I have some 4350 that I don't use, and I'm willing to trade for some Vargin or H4895. I accidentally picked it up. Don't know why, don't ask me. I was dumb that day. 4350, 4895. I don't know what was going on. So I have a whole pound of 4350 over there that I'm willing to trade for H4895. And I think right now I've got 3 or 4 pounds of 4895 and about 6 pounds of Vargin. And that's my main 2 gunpowders I use. And the reason I use them is because I like powders that are more temperature stable. I don't like developing loads for hot and cold and stuff like that. I like to know that I could take it out in both temperatures. Yeah, while it may change a little bit, it's not going to change as drastic as some of the ball powders. So that's my 2 powders I mainly use. And actually, believe it or not, I've been able to get 4895 in Vargin pretty regularly. These are I actually got, Vargin was hard to get around for a while, but I've been seeing more. I've been able to, when I seen it, I was able to pick it up for the last couple months, and I would pick up a pound, because I know there for a while, like I said, it was getting hard to get, so I picked it up. But H4895, when Vargin wasn't available, that was always available, so I used it, and actually I have better results as far as grouping with H4895 than I did Vargin. Not that Vargin was bad, it's just actually 4895 gives me my most accurate load. And coming out of my ARs, it comes out about 27. Coming out of my son's, shoot, his is flying. His is going 29. And coming out of my 22-inch barrel, it's coming out like 2850. So, and it's not a hot load. It's not a real hot load. I don't like to do real hot. I'll take accuracy over just flat out fast any day of the week. But out of all the rifles, it's shooting dang good. So that's why I use it. And no, I'm not sponsored by Hodge. I guess you're supposed to say that on YouTube. But it's just a powder I like to use. So as you see, this is a relatively fast process as far as, let's see, when it's hard, like I said, you can feel it when something's in that primer pocket. When something's in there, you can definitely feel it. So now that I've done that, I'm going to dump them right back out on the floor. And next what you're going to see, let's get you focused. This is what I use, a primer pocket uniformer. And I didn't used to do this either, but I do it, and it's a one-time thing, and it don't take that long. So I got it on this little DeWalt twisty. You just kind of move your hand back and forth, and it turns. And it doesn't take but a second. And if it trims up like that pocket, you can tell. The cool thing about it is, let's see, let's see if I can get you zoomed in. So, if you see, that primer pocket is now nice and clean, and I do it just to clean it. Makes life a little, like I said, brass prep is where I've learned I make more of my money. I found with my better brass prep, it's been the biggest case for better accuracy, as far as me. I try to get my cases as uniform as possible. I trim to the same length. See, this one's a real, actually that looks, if you, let me get it in focus. Boop. That is solid right there. That's like really clean. And that kind of looks cool because you see, go to like, it looks like a brand new piece of brass in there. So this is pretty much, this is what I will do before sizing my cases. I'm actually, believe it or not, I am watching the Reloading Network right now, Georgia Shooting Connection downstairs. So I'm just trying to do this too because I get bored watching TV. I'm trying to retire from the Army. And my permissive TDY starts, which is leave they give us before retiring, and that starts in 2 weeks. So I'm hoping, don't get me wrong, I love the Army, I've done my fair share, but I've had a major surgery in this last year, and I can't run, I can't jump anymore. I walk with a limp now, so I'm just praying all this stuff, not just for my benefit, but man, I ain't seen, this is worse than 9/11 as far as the way some people are acting. Because I mean, this is a nationwide thing. People going out, buying all this extra. Don't get me wrong, I don't blame them necessarily for buying food, but it's just kind of a, I won't say I'm scared, but I'm definitely watching out a little bit more than ever, and trying to make sure things are in place for myself to meet my needs. And I pray everyone else is doing the same. But I'm gonna finish these pieces. I'm not gonna keep you going, and just in case I didn't really show you what I do. So all I do is I'm gonna take the drill. Let me get it in focus. There. I'm just gonna hold it. You don't have to hold it nothing extensive. I just plop it in the end. Just take a little bit out. Like I said, you can actually tell when it takes some out. And I'm just uniforming the primer pockets. And I'm not necessarily, I figured this. I've read the articles where it says it can improve and it can do this, and I've also read articles where it says they don't bother with it. I don't really care. It's not that I do it to necessarily do it. to greatly improve accuracy, because from what I understand, it's not going to do that. But I'm just kind of anal retentive like that, and if it's going to help, I kind of do it because it don't take but just a few minutes more, so why not? So if it makes everything the same, I'll do it. Okay. Alright, y'all, I'm going to head out of here. I'm going to finish this, and then my next video, or actually I'll go to my press and I'll start resizing, and you'll see my resizing, how I actually do my resizing, which is not different than anyone else, but I use a couple little tools that I like and set up my dies a certain way, so I get things to where I like them. So I'll see you next time. Take it easy and have a good night. Bye.